Alright, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to talk about Rasheed Walker, left tackle for Penn State. Y'all know the Ravens are O-line, I ain't gonna say heavy, but very dependent on needing O-line, especially if Ronnie Stanley don't come back. And, you know, Walker can do a lot of things, not just for the Ravens, for any team that decides to pick him up. He's not in that upper echelon of tackles, that top three, that Cross, who's the other guys, Neo and Okwanu. And I don't think he may be at the bottom of that second tier too, with Lele, Penning, and, you know, some other guys. But a lot of people put Penning up there with those top three. I personally don't, but, you know, to each his own. But let's get into Rasheed Walker's film versus. We're gonna start with Auburn. You know, I wanted to see him versus the SEC team, so we're gonna start with Auburn. Let's go here. All right, number 53 is our guy, and let's see. Let me get my mouth situated. I forgot to do that before I started. All right, here we go. Walker's number 53. He's a left tackle, and it doesn't look like 53 because of the pole, but this is him right here. Hands outside. We really want them hands inside. I don't really know why he worked like that, but you want to shoot them hands inside. Because he got him in the hip position to fire off. Got his ready to shoot his pistols, but he got him outside. Need to fire that hand outside. So now at this point right here, the defender has him, you know, out leveraged. And he's not working to work those hands inside. He's just trying to push him off. But he don't have the leverage. This guy's lower than him. I ain't gonna say he's standing up, but the guy has leverage on the inside and because he's lower to the ground. He really just stalemates him, which is not bad because look at the gap. But as far as technique, look at the bend. He's just getting his back bend. If the defender tried any kind of move, which he didn't, he may have gotten off of that. But the fact that he held on to him with his hands outside, it's not bad. Because he kept working his feet. That's the good part about it. He kept working his feet, even though it's only inches. Watch him pound his feet. Just watch the feet. Watch him pound the feet. Not do it in slow motion. Out leveraged, hands outside, pound the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get subtle movement. Still pounding. Look at the whole 24 runs through. So he got slow movement. Not the greatest technique, but he still ended up getting movement on 99. And they got a nice, probably first down run, depending on what the down and distance was. But that was a nice hole right off of him on the down block. You would have liked to seen him get his head in the right spot, especially if this is a down block. Let's see. You really want to see his head be right on this 99. What I call is biting the shoulder pad. He's more squared up than he would be to kind of wash him down on the down block. But it's not bad. That's not a bad job. Let's go to the second play. All right. Right here. See if I got notes for this one. Let's see what we got. Now he working versus OLB, number 29. Got a down block. Now the helmet is in the right spot. Right on the shoulder, right? Bite the shoulder pad. Now just drive him down. Just wash him down. Great down block. I think it's a 3 technique. Yeah, great down block on the 3 technique. Head in the right spot. Drive your feet. Don't let him spin off you. It's a great down block. They're chipping at the end, but, you know, I ain't really see him do a lot of, like, nasty stuff. But that was a great down block right there. All right. I let pass pro right here. Let pass pro. Oh, 16-11. I said somebody's hands being cocked, which I liked. So I don't really think I had a play in mind. I just wanted to see the position of his hands. Let's see. Where is he? Right here. This is him right here. I really just want to see the position of his hands. Look at his hands. Ready to punch. Ready to punch. 37 kind of bails out of there, but I like the position of his hands. Ready to punch. Even though he really doesn't have anybody to block because the guy he's assigned to kind of bails out of there when the back comes off. I like the position of his hands. Hands inside, just ready to shoot and jab. And then helps out with 50 at the end. No real play on them. I just like the position of his hands, and I wanted to show that. Like right there, just ready. Kind of fix my face mask a little bit, but right there. Hands ready to shoot. Ready to shoot. So all 37 got to do is get in that space and just going to shoot them hands with them thumbs up. All right, 1940. All right, left tackle here. Now, the reason I put this in, because of his recovery footwork. If we start off, 55 going to press this B gap. And he overcompensates for it. And he steps on, you see it right here. He steps on his foot. So he's kind of off balance. 55 threading this gap. And he kind of stepped on this guy's foot. So he's kind of off balance. Watch the quickness of him to get this left foot in the ground. And then just forget technique. I got to push this guy past the QB. He's off balance. He's beat now. He's beat. So forget all my technique. I just got to run it past the quarterback. That's a great job of recovering. Great job of recovering. I mean, because he tripped over 72. Right here. He's off balance. Stumbling. Like Wade, there's no technique. He's trying to get his balance. So now I got to protect my QB. Just get something on him and run him by. Great job of balance. Great job of balance. And to be able to come from off balance like that to get your bearings and just run the guy by, that's not bad. Because the quarterback, even though he's throwing now, if he wants to step up, he got that lane right there to step up. So it's not a bad job of recovering by Walker right there. Which is, a lot of cats will miss that block and just be like, all right, I'm going to go pick my quarterback up. He did a good job of protecting his QB and making something out of nothing, because that could have got ugly for the QB. All right. Yeah. I went too far. All right, here we go. Left tackle. Right here. Let's see what we got. What I got in my notes. All right, so right here I'll just show you first. And what I got was, and I kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier in the video, he didn't move people a lot. He had a lot of stalemates. It started off as a double, but they don't really move. And now he loses at the end, but he don't really move people. He have a lot of stalemates, and sometimes the stalemate will help. But the thing is, down here in the trenches, you need to move people, especially when it starts off as a double. This is a three. This is they're trying to have a 3-4 look, but he kind of off because the tight end right here. But if y'all want to double this cat, y'all got to move him. Let's see where his stance is right on this side of the line. Watch throughout the play. He's rarely moved. They're going to kind of dance right there at that same spot. Kind of half double by the guard. And they just in the same spot, hand fighting. Hands outside, need to be inside. Gets off balance. You got to move people. You can't have stalemates. You got to. Especially if it starts off as a double. You got to double. Now I'm going to kind of get off the task for a minute. These two guys got to stay hip to hip with this guy up to here. He just bounced off and then came off, and then he ain't move him at all. So they can get no movement on 25. And then with him winning late, watch him fall back in on the play. He right back in on the play. Him and 9. And you get a cornerback in there slamming people down like they can tackle. Got to get movement, man. You can't have a bunch of stalemates. And there's a bunch of stalemates for him throughout this film. Not that I'm finna show you, I'm just saying when you watch the whole thing, there's a bunch of stalemates in there. Alright. Got a good down block coming up right here. Let me show you in just a second. Let me get it where I want it. Alright, here we go right here. 53. Got a good down block coming. This is how you move people. I think that's the one. That's how you move people. Even though this could be called holding because of hand placement. Watch his hands. Them hands got to get inside. I do love the fact. Look how far back he cocks those hands to shoot him. They just got to be shot. They need to be shot right up under there, because I mean, with the hands outside, they technically can call holding for this. But he got a good grip on him. Got him close to him. Now this is how you move people. That's how you move people. And you finish him with the pancake. That's moving somebody. And it wasn't a double team either. That's a hell of a down block. Just got to get them hands inside. Got to work on hand placement. Got to work on hand placement. See, they outside. They got to be up under there. And he's out leveraged right here. He just, his momentum got him going. And I don't know if the guy tripped over somebody else, but you got pancake, buddy. Pancake for a touchdown. That's no worse feeling right there. Don't look around crazy now. They in the end zone celebrate. So now let's go to the Michigan game. He had to deal with Ojabu and Hutchinson. Let's go to the Michigan game. Dealing with Ojabu and Hutchinson constantly. All right. Now I'm going to start off with a negative play. One second. All right. We ready. All right, back. Now, this is our guy at left tackle right here. Again, everything not always positive. You got to find some negatives. This is the one thing that cannot happen in the NFL. You can't have a blown assignment and let a guy have a free shot at your QB. You just can't do it. You can't do it. Like the running back, I think the running back is going here, and he comes down, and they doubling. I don't really know. And this is how I know it was blown. Look at the interaction. He looked at him like, "What the are you doing?" That's how I know it's a blown assignment. That can't happen in the NFL, because you paying a quarterback umpteen $1 million now. You can't have a guy to just whiff like that. It just can't happen. That right there get him cut. All right, here we go right here versus Hutchinson. Let's see what he got versus Hutch. That's not bad. I initially liked the quick kick set. Watch how quick he get out of his stance. Boom, boom. He got 3 in the ground already. Hutchinson tries him with an inside move because he overset outside. And I get my hand and wash him down. That's not a bad job. Not a bad job by Walker on this one. Against possibly the premier guy, him or Thibodeau. This is not a bad job. Get out of that set quick. 1, 2. So he cut off the edge. What I like now is Hutchinson tries to go inside. That hand still outside the framework, but this hand is inside the framework. That left hand is outside the framework, but this hand is inside. And luckily, he can't see that hand. Luckily. Now I just got to run him down so he can't hit my QB. He got inside him. I just got to wash him down. That's a good job of making sure your QB stays upright. Every rep not going to be perfect, but he didn't get to your QB. And he got out there and got a nice lit scramble too. It's crazy. You see it snowing in this game. I think by the second half, the sun was out. So that's a good job of, versus. So you can kind of get the idea of how good he is. He just needs to be more consistent. Because if you can do those type of things versus Hutchinson, and then some of the things he did versus the kids versus from Auburn, and you'll see. Let me keep going. I don't want to go too fast. All right, 5:45. So this I was about to get ahead of myself. All right, so now you see Hutchinson over here. This is 91, and basically if it ain't Hutchinson or Jabu, he kind of dominates him. Not Hutchinson or Jabu, he kind of dominates him. Hands outside still. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Pancake. You gotta work on that hand placement. Because they will call that in the NFL in a heartbeat. It looks like the left hand is where it needs to be. It's just this. I'm sorry, the right. Yeah, the left hand is where it needs to be. It's this right hand that's outside the framework. But the good thing is he has him close. He has him close to him. That's the good thing about it. If he had any kind of arm length and you got any kind of pull on it, they definitely be calling holding on that. But the good thing about it is, even though he outside the framework, he got him real tight to him. They almost face to face. So another cape. That's how you finish cats. That's how you finish cats. Another one versus some subs. All right. Right here again, versus 91. Quick set. Dude gave him a nice little inside move. He kind of overset, and the cat gave him an inside rip. Now he's beat. He's beat right there. All 91 has to do is just come flat to the QB. His lateral quickness is a lot better than it looks. Because at this point, right here, all 91 got to do is make a beeline. Rip with this right arm and go straight there to the QB. But the fact that he get that right hand in there and just start to wash him down, now it helps that this was going on right here, though. It do help that this was going on, but still, 91 didn't gain any ground, even though he won initially off the rip. So now he's just getting whooped. So in this game, anybody not named Ojabu or Hutchinson, Walker kind of had his way with. I got one last play for you. All right, messed it up. Went too far. All right, here we go. Left tackle. Well, right here. Right behind the camera. Right there. Let's run it. Got Hutch again. And again. Same move from earlier. He got out there quick to prevent the edge threat. Hutchinson sticks his hand in the ground. Tries to double swipe. But my thing is, if he would aim for the outside of the 9 and the outside of the 7, right here, he'd take Hutchinson because he's off the ground trying to cross over. He'd stone cold stun Hutchinson right now if he would just aim and hit his landmarks on his hands. Because look how off balance he is right here. If 53 get his hands in the right spot, he would DDT this cat. But because I don't know if he's aiming there or he just gradually he likes to to come wide with it and not shoot up. I'm not really sure. I don't coach him, and I don't claim to know more than Penn State coaches either. I just don't know. I know his hands need to be inside, thumbs up. And look at his hand. Like his hand is just placed on it. Hand need to be like that. First of all, to protect that thumb, so it won't get jammed and crooked and look like Baldy with his fingers. And then you can get your hands on the inside, get the numbers, and once you do that, you can control them. But because that hand outside, and I think Hutchinson has his wrist, if his hand is on that number, he pancakes Hutchinson right. There's no doubt in my mind. But he don't quit. He don't quit. And it might have been a little bit of hole, but hey, you ain't hit my quarterback today, buddy. I gave y'all one freebie earlier. And you see, it's kind of suspect with the hands. But hey, it didn't get called. And again, that's Hutchinson. You gotta do what you gotta do to protect your QB. That's probably the first or second pick in the draft. All right, so this is my 2 cents for Rasheed Walker, 6'6", I forgot. It's in the thumbnail. His weight 3 something. I forgot. But as far as where he ranks, he's definitely not up there with the top 3. So he's not in the Cross, the Iquanu, the Evan Neal game. He possibly is in that second tier with and some people put Penning up there with that first tier. I just don't. But I think Penning is the top of that second tier. Then you got Falele, you got Kennard, I think that's the name from Kentucky. You got Slayer, and I'm just kind of grouping all the O linemen together. He's in that bottom level of that second tier. So I think he's a 3rd round guy at best. But I think if he's a day 3 guy, he's early day 3. Because he potentially could, figure some things out, especially with that hand placement. Because he has the footwork to do what he needs to do to be successful. It's that hand placement, and I don't know how strong because he don't torque a lot of people and dominate them. So I don't really know how strong he is. But if he can work on that hand placement and controlling guys at the point of attack, because you saw some good down blocks, but you also saw a lot of stalemates. So he got to be more consistent. That's the key. He got to be more consistent. And that's the thing is with a lot of people in this draft. The people that are more consistent doing their job, those are the guys that go higher. And the guys that are less consistent, they kind of, go lower. So consistency is the key. If you run fast consistently, if you hit consistently, if you break on the ball consistently, if you down block consistently, whatever, consistency is the key. So that's where we are with Rasheed Walker. He'll go on the big board. And I wouldn't mind having this guy, especially, 3rd round, that second 3rd round pick. I think is at 110 maybe. I think somebody put in the chat box. 110 or 119, wherever it is. So I wouldn't mind having it, especially if we don't get one of the tackles early in the first round. And I don't think that the 3 main tackles will be there anyway. But a lot of people have us picking Penning. I personally don't like that pick, but who knows? Penning could be an all-pro. It's a crapshoot for everybody. Even the experts is a crapshoot. We don't know. That's why it's a draft. It's a shake 'em up 7 or shake 'em up craps, snake eyes. That's what it is, a crapshoot. But this is my 2 cents, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. I'm finna go watch these Tar Heels, and hopefully we can pull out a victory in this national championship game. For all my Heels fans out there, Tar! Peace.
with